One down, one to go. President Joe Biden taking a victory lap of sorts this evening after the House of Representatives approved his $1 trillion infrastructure package.
Yeah, the measure, which passed late last night, could have failed after 6 progressive Democrats rejected the measure as they had threatened.
But as ABC's Faith Abube explains, it got a little help from across the aisle.
Finally, Infrastructure Week.
A triumphant President Biden following the passage of the $1 trillion infrastructure package.
So we took a monumental step forward as a nation. We learned that our economy created 5.6 million jobs since we took office in January 20th, reached an unemployment rate of 4.6%, 2 full years earlier than the vast majority of economists projected that would happen. And we're just getting started.
The approval late Friday after Democrats overcame a month-long standoff between progressives and moderates. The legislation calls for the single largest investment in the nation's roads, bridges, rail lines, and airports in decades. $7.5 billion for electric vehicle charging stations, $55 billion for clean drinking water, $65 billion in high-speed internet, and $17 billion for ports. 6 progressive Democrats opposed the bill, but 13 Republicans gave Speaker Pelosi the votes she needed to get it over the finish line. One of them was New York Congresswoman Nicole Maliotakis, whose district includes Staten Island and parts of Brooklyn. She defended her vote on the infrastructure bill, saying in a statement, quote, "I proudly voted for the bipartisan infrastructure package that'll improve the safety and prosperity of communities across America and make the necessary improvements to bring our infrastructure into the 21st century." The president, who spent Friday evening working the phones, says the American people will soon feel the effects.
They'll see the effects of the bill, this bill, probably starting within the next 2 to 3 months as we get things, shovels in ground, people being told they're going to be working, doing the following things, and things are going to move. It is a bill that's paid out over a number of years.
Faith Abube, ABC News, Washington.
As for the second measure, the Build Back Better plan, President Biden is vowing to keep up the fight. Moderates in the House have agreed to pass it by November 15th, just a little bit. So sunrise and sunset time changes tomorrow. Otherwise, not a whole lot of change with the weather. We'll start off on the chilly side, 40s in the morning, jumping back into the low to mid 70s in the afternoon with some slightly higher humidity early in the day. A little bit of patchy fog will be possible, but I don't foresee a lot of issues as far as visibility goes early tomorrow morning. Part of the reason why we could have some patchy fog, winds are going to be either very, very light or even calm as we head into the overnight hours. And in fact, in and around San Antonio, our winds are calm at this hour. 56 at the airport, 53 up I-35 in New Braunfels, and some upper 40s in the hill country, still some low 60s down to the south and west as well. Our dew points generally in the 40s and 50s here, so that's still pretty good, feeling either dry or pleasant. These numbers have started to creep up just a little bit, and they'll continue to do so over the next few days as our wind direction becomes southeasterly once again. And our winds did start to shift around to the Gulf of Mexico today. Down there more east southeasterly at, again, about 2 to 5 miles per hour, and even calm winds from Fredericksburg all the way down to Pleasanton. But with that gradual change in wind direction, humidity will slowly start to build back in over the next couple of days, but it won't have too much time to climb before it falls off again with our next cold front next week. So let's take a look at futurecast visibility through early tomorrow. Again, a little patchy fog here and there will be possible, but I don't foresee a lot of issues. I do think, though, Sunday night into Monday morning, a bit more widespread, potentially dense fog will be possible as, again, our dew points climb up just a little bit more tomorrow night into early on Monday. So just kind of file that away for your Monday morning commute. A little bit more fog will be possible. But as I mentioned, dew points will start to climb back to near 60 by the middle of next week, but they won't have too much time to get too high because we've got our next front that will arrive late Wednesday, early Thursday of next week to send our dew points back down Thursday into Friday next week. We'll also see our air temperatures come down just a bit, but nothing too drastic, and it really won't feel as drastic as the front we had earlier this week. As far as rainfall goes, unfortunately, it looks like this next cold front is not going to do much for us at all in terms of rainfall. In fact, over the next 7 days, really some of our easternmost counties, really Hallettsville, Lavaca County, a portion of Gonzales County, Cuero, DeWitt County, you're kind of at the lowest threshold there for minimal amounts of rain over the next week. And everyone along and west of 35 is not looking at any rain over the next 7 days. So looking pretty dry as far as rainfall goes in the extended forecast. We'll keep in a low chance of a stray shower with that frontal passage early on Thursday. Otherwise, high temperatures will fall back into the 70s heading into the start of next weekend. Guys, I love this forecast of mostly 70s. My favorite. Thanks, Katie.
Thank you, Katie. All right, Andrew, the Roadrunners on the road tonight trying to protect their perfect record this season.
That's right, and that's where Larry Ramirez is. He's actually in El Paso at the game. We can't show you highlights. We'll give you an update on the score in a moment, but what we can show you is UIW's big upset today at home against Southeastern Louisiana. We got that, plus big game coverage this afternoon. Johnson goes for an undefeated season against Clark. Got the highlights there, too, next. The triangle of tennis and toughness has traveled to the Sun Bowl in El Paso, where the 16th-ranked UTSA Roadrunners are currently taking on the Miners in one of the biggest games of their season. The Roadrunners are 8-0 and coming off their bye week, while UTEP is 6-2 after suffering just their second loss of the season last week. KSAT 12's Larry Ramirez made the trip to El Paso with photographer Adam Higgins, and they found some tailgaters for both the Roadrunners and Miners, including a fan who made a Jeff Traylor hotter-than-fish grease temporary tattoo. Excellent stuff. The biggest surprise, they ran into some members of the UTSA band, and they were kind enough to sing the fight song.
Go, Roadrunners, go, out to victory with all your might. Fight, Roadrunners, fight, for the blue and the orange and the white. We fight for you, UTSA, alma mater proud and strong. Win, Roadrunners, win, and united our battle song. Hey.
Already a fun atmosphere for the Roadrunner faithful. Let's check in on the score, and part of the reason they're still happy is because the Roadrunners are currently leading 23-6 in the second quarter. Again, as we mentioned, Larry is there. We'll have full highlights and reaction from this game tomorrow afternoon at 5:30 p.m. and on instant replay. Head coach Eric Morris and the UIW Cardinals back at home this afternoon, taking on 6th-ranked Southeastern Louisiana. Game tied at 7 in the second quarter. Quarterback Cameron Ward with all kinds of time in the pocket. Then he rolls right and goes deep for Darion Chapin, who hauls it in for the 31-yard touchdown. Chapin just barely got his foot in bounds. It's 14-7 home team. Later in the frame now, they strike again. This time Ward with the quick pass to Robert Farrell, and he's got it for the 2-yard score. Ward throws a whopping 7 touchdowns in this game, and the Cardinals win a seesaw battle, 55-52. Texas State back at home this afternoon, hosting Louisiana Monroe. First quarter, home team down 6-3. Quarterback Tyler Vitt uncorks a deep ball for Jabin Banks, and he's got it. Tackled right at the goal line. That's a 49-yard touchdown strike. The Bobcats get a win today, 27-19. Other local scores from today's action. Trinity just edges Birmingham Southern on the road. The Tigers are now 8-0 with a 28-27 victory. They will finish their regular season against Rhodes next Saturday, and TLU falls to Southwestern 24-14. Big game this Saturday afternoon at Ferris Stadium. Number 3 Johnson looking to complete a 10-0 season, taking on Clark, who needs a win to get into the playoffs. Let's pick this one up in the third quarter. Jaguars up 17-7. Jet sweep here to Alejandro Tavares running left. Looks like he's going to be brought down, but his knee never touches the ground, so he cuts back against the grain, picks up a huge block, and he is gone. 49 yards to the house. Johnson goes up 24-7. The Jaguars hang on to win at 31-21. They are 10-0 for the first time in program history. Clark is eliminated, which means Brandeis qualifies for the playoffs and will face Steele in the bi-district round next week. Another big matchup at the Rock Pile. Highlands versus Brackenridge for a share of the 13-5A Division I title. Opening possession, Owls going for it on 4th and 8 and plus territory, but this pass is intercepted by Marquise Anthony, and he's taken it back all the way for a 71-yard pick six. First points of the game go to Brackett, 7-0. But Highlands answers right back. Handoff goes to Ja'Cory Bremby, and he knifes through the line for the 3-yard touchdown run. This one turned into a shootout, and Highlands ends up getting the win, 52-47. How about some Cowboys and Indians in the Frontier Bowl tonight? Harlandale taking on McCollum. Indians driving late in the first half. Handoff goes to Andrew Pettis, and he's got running room right up the middle. That's a gain of 33 yards all the way down to the 2, and on the very next play, quarterback Joseph Rodriguez pitches the ball out as he's being tackled, and Pettis waltzes in for the touchdown and a 6-0 lead. Let's head to the big game coverage scoreboard for that final and more. Harlandale goes on to win it 40-12. Also tonight, Davenport falls to Katy Jordan 42-21, and Eagle Pass tops Del Rio 34-13. Coming up later in sports, the Aggies earn a big win thanks to their defense, and SAFC celebrates a huge playoff win. Got a lot of action going on around the San Antonio area this week, guys.
Thank you, Andrew.
Yep. We'll be right back. A potential safety alert for you now. Fears today from the Federal Aviation Administration about the major rollout of a new high-speed 5G phone service.
Yeah, the FAA wants to know if 5G can interfere with planes up in the air. Here's what they know so far.
This morning, AT&T and Verizon hitting the pause button on their plans to launch a new high-speed 5G network next month. This after the FAA expressed deep concern over the new technology and any potential impact on planes in the air. All of this happening right before the holidays.
The FAA doesn't really know if using this part of the 5G spectrum will interfere in any way with the radar altimeters of commercial airliners.
The radar altimeter is critical to flight, especially when landing in bad weather, telling pilots exactly how close the plane is to the ground.
If a passenger airplane doesn't have a functioning radar altimeter, it's not going to go flying.
AT&T and Verizon, two of the nation's biggest carriers, were to be the first to roll out this new 5G network. Verizon hoping to provide the service to 100 million Americans by March. So this week, the FAA sent a bulletin to aircraft manufacturers and operators, asking for any data that could help them understand if it's safe for planes.
So we're going to have to see what the FAA will do, working with not only the technology providers, but the aviation industry to make sure that there's enough testing involved.
Now, other countries have already launched this 5G technology, but the FAA says so far it hasn't seen any evidence of harmful signals. Still, Canada made sure to keep the special C-band 5G towers away from its airports.
Now to coronavirus news. Hundreds of thousands of kids under the age of 12 have already gotten their first COVID shots, but this weekend is a big one for parents eager to get their children vaccinated. Those kid-sized doses are already being administered at Walgreens, and CVS says it'll start to offer them at nearly 1,700 of its locations starting tomorrow. A federal website, vaccines.com, is up and running so parents can find a spot for their kids to get vaccinated. Meanwhile, as of today, 7 out of 10 American adults are fully vaccinated against COVID-19. That's according to the CDC. And more than 80% of Americans age 18 and older have received at least one dose of the vaccine. That number is 98% for people over 65, and about 12% of them have received their third booster dose already. Looking at the statistics the CDC currently has for Americans ages 12 and up, about 68% have been fully vaccinated.
Taking a look at other stories making headlines tonight. He might be out on bond, but charges continue to pile up for former NFL receiver Henry Ruggs III. He was charged with new felony counts tied to this week's car crash that killed a woman. Ruggs now faces 4 felony counts and 1 misdemeanor. He's also charged with possession of a gun while under the influence of drugs and alcohol. Prosecutors say Ruggs was driving more than 150 miles per hour when he rear-ended the victim's car, killing the 23-year-old woman and her dog. Ruggs allegedly had a blood alcohol level of more than half the legal limit.
People in Brazil are mourning the loss of a popular country music singer after she, along with 5 others, died in a plane crash late Friday. This news was confirmed by the PR firm for Marília Mendonça. The 26-year-old Latin Grammy winner was traveling to a concert when the plane crashed. Brazil's president says the news of her death has left the entire country in shock, calling her one of the greatest artists of her generation. The others who died were her producer, uncle, advisor, the pilot, and the co-pilot. The cause of the accident is still being investigated.
Excessive flooding is impacting some areas, coastal areas of South Carolina. King tides, which are the highest seasonal tides that occur each year there, are bringing rain, wind, and flooding to the Garden City area. A coastal flood advisory is now in place. Residents there warned to avoid driving through flooded roads. Authorities say beach erosion also likely. That rain expected to gradually end tomorrow morning. Still ahead on the Nightbeat, employment around the country is going up just in time for the holidays. We break down the October jobs report next.
And the tradition of Diwali is returning to San Antonio. The celebration is happening at the Hemisphere. The October jobs report delivering good news about the U.S. economy, especially for an industry hit hard by the pandemic.
But employers and job seekers still have plenty of challenges to tackle. Karen Kafa breaks down the numbers from Washington.
Thanks to the
President Joe Biden upbeat about the nation's economic recovery after a better than expected October jobs report.
There's a lot more to be done. We still have to tackle the costs that American families are facing. But this recovery is faster, stronger, and fairer and wider than almost anyone could have predicted.
The Labor Department said Friday morning the unemployment rate dipped to a pandemic-era low of 4.6%, and U.S. employers added 531,000 jobs.
We saw it in business, we saw it in construction, we saw it in retail, we saw it in hospitality, we saw it in healthcare. So that's a good sign. Today was a good, solid report.
Hiring in leisure and hospitality led the way with 164,000 jobs, a positive sign for one of the hardest hit sectors of the pandemic. And amid concerns about holiday strains on the U.S. supply chain, manufacturing and transportation and warehousing also made strong gains. But the labor participation rate remains below pre-pandemic levels as millions of American workers remain on the sidelines, especially those who care for children and other home responsibilities.
There are these rocky periods where, you simply can't smooth over the issues trying to get people back in the labor force, get them retrained.
The tight labor market has pushed average hourly wages higher, almost 5% from 1 year ago, but struggling to keep pace with recent inflation in consumer prices. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
All right, another look outside with live cam. Clear skies, temperatures in the 50s. It was a beautiful day, and we'll see very similar conditions tomorrow. Just gradual changes over the next few days before our next front arrives middle part of next week. Currently out at the airport, 56 with clear skies. Humidity is starting to creep back up tonight as our air temperatures drop down a little bit closer to the dew point. And you may notice just a little bit of humidity early tomorrow morning. A little bit of patchy fog possible, but if you have plans to get out early, get the dog walk before you start your Sunday, really it's just going to be slightly on the chilly side. 46 our morning low, but winds will be very light early tomorrow morning, so really not too uncomfortable if you've got any plans outdoors early on Sunday. Look at these guys, so cute. All right, we'll take another look at your Sunday forecast, your full forecast as well, and that front coming in a few days in just a bit.